This school had been through 6 principals in 2 years and was in chaos. But in 2004, a young, soft-spoken man with a vision arrived. At first, students, parents, and teachers were stunned when they saw him. They never thought he would last. But happily, they were wrong. Junior High 22 in the South Bronx used to be one of the most dangerous schools in New York City. Better known for drug dealing and gang violence than class attendance. So imagine the surprise 3 years ago when the new principal arrived.
Good morning, 22. It is another wonderful day here in the Bronx.
39-year-old Shimon Waronker, a Hasidic Jew from the Chabad Lubavitcher sect. What was your impression of the school?
Jamie, it was a little difficult.
Oh.
When I walked in, there was a student being arrested by the police for assault, and the police officer was calling for backup.
It was violent?
Very violent.
Why did you want to work here?
I don't know whether I wanted to work here.
Were you scared?
Yes.
With good reason. It was his very first job running a school. And the teachers, they thought the Board of Education had lost its bureaucratic mind.
You don't want to be judgmental of what people look like, you see. But I was curious, right? And I thought, whoops, now who made that mistake? And the first question I asked, and I remember this very well, how long are you going to last?
No one thought he was going to stay.
No.
Waronker certainly looked different, and the South Bronx was a long way from his home in the Crown Heights section of Brooklyn. But the father of 6 surprised the skeptics. It turned out he had a secret weapon.
His first parent meeting was standing room only. And he spoke in English, but then when he translated, you should have seen them. It was like a child in a candy store. Wow. And they were like, oh my God, he speaks Spanish.
Sobre cómo piensan del profesor.
Not only does he speak Spanish, it's his first language. Raised in South America, his family moved to Maryland when he was just 11. And Shimon didn't speak a word of English.
I think I see myself in the children here. Some of them have recently arrived, and they share the same fears and concerns that I had.
You knew what it felt to be an outsider.
Absolutely.
But Waronker also had to use another skill. A former Army officer, he had studied tactical intelligence and needed it to stop the violence.
I saw this as a textbook counterinsurgency.
You had to take back the hallways.
Correct.
Then came discipline,
Take off your hoods, please.
school uniforms, and innovative programs.
Leçon sur les hiéroglyphes.
Most important, Shimon Waronker opened up a world of possibility.
I think we need to understand what the purpose of education is. Are we trying to produce just people who can read and write and do arithmetic, or are we trying to produce good citizens for our republic? And that's the heart of it.
No hairstyle.
Very nice. You look very handsome.
Student pride is evident. The school just got a report card. You got an A.
A+.
A+. How has he changed it?
Everything, too bad to good.
But Mr. Waronker, he takes the time to know all his kids and even talk to them too.
What do you want to be when you grow up?
A lawyer, either a doctor or a lawyer.
Maybe a baseball player?
Why not a baseball player? And veteran teachers say they've never seen anything like it.
It's been a transformation. It's safe, it's beautiful, the staff is happy, everybody has a smile on their face.
What's the secret to his success?
He had a vision. He saw through the darkness that there's light. And he knew how to do it.
Sometimes I don't even believe it. He says, I'm going to make this school, we are all going to make this school the best school in the city. And guess what? It's actually happening.
But always modest, Waronker gives credit to everyone else. How did you turn it around so quickly?
First, I want to thank the one above. You know.
You think it had some divine help?
Absolutely. But the teachers, the parents, the students, they took back the school. I feel very much part of this community. And I love the kids like my own. And the kids know that too.
And he does, Meredith. There are so many lessons here, but it shows when someone believes in a place, it can turn around so quickly. And this was his first job as a principal.